I'm Mike Hayne, and I'm talking to myself to cure myself. It's 3:30 p.m., October 13th, 2022. The temperature is 90 degrees out here, 15 miles east of the Las Vegas Strip. No wind. I'm Mike Hayne, and I'm talking to myself to cure myself. What would you do if you lived in a community where no person, no child, no teenager, no police officer, no social worker, no banker, no lawyer, no school teacher, no person on the street, man, woman, if nobody knew the principles of right and wrong? Well, in the first place, you would have to have fascism. You would have to have a ruling dictator. That's what it means, dictate. He dictates the rules. Now you know right from wrong. What the dictator said do, you do. If you do the opposite, you get arrested or poisoned. A civilization where no man, woman, or child, no person, rich person, middle class person, poor person, knows the essence of what it means to be a human being, a civilized human being. Whoa! The entire community? You would flounder. You wouldn't know what to do. What is this? I wasn't brought up to obey rules and signs on the wall and things. I don't keep up in touch on what the latest rules are. What is this? I got right and wrong in my soul. Thou shalt not lie. I don't lie about anything ever. Thou shalt not steal. I don't steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's property. I don't covet, which means desire or want what the other person has. Are you crazy? Why would you do that? And that's called politics. Who has what? So the other day I saw an educated man, a good speaker, making a speech on YouTube, and he said the United States is a liberal democracy. And he hangs out in universities and he talks to all of them. And what they have decided among themselves is what he calls the higher principles. A person, nobody can agree on that. That's what he said. So he said you had to live in a world of tolerance. And that was the United States. I tolerate you because there's no higher principle, ultimate guideline of what's right or wrong among us. It's a liberal democracy. Well, I have to say, that's a little bit strange. Okay? That's strange. The way I was raised, there was right or wrong. If we go among the homeless, 70,000 homeless in Los Angeles, and we talk to them, are we going to find that they were raised like me, that they believe in right and wrong, and they're just floundering? They don't understand. Meanwhile, the other ones who get ahead and get more out of life are living by what they call situational ethics. If it feels good, do it. Do it. Just try to, in your weaselly mind, make up something like you saw on a situation comedy. I don't watch TV, so my imagination's not that good. Well, in episode 20 of MASH, what did Alan Alda do to the other one? Frank Burns. I don't watch it, but I was aware of it. What did he do? How did he overcome him, out-trick him in Home Improvement? What did that guy do every episode? To get ahead, to defeat the others. That's strange, and that's hard, and that's why I'm talking to myself, to cure myself. Talk to somebody you can trust, yourself. an entire neighborhood where no man, woman, or child lives by the inner guiding principles of right and wrong, then what's the church doing? And we know that the church has a problem. I don't care what church it is. Are you going to go up to the church and stand in front of them all on Sunday and say, you're all going to hell? When they get out of church, they're going to go home and watch TV, which is basically what I call TV is a satanic voice. Adam and Eve were in a utopia, and they were left alone by God. See, God's gone. If you're in this church and you don't believe in God, because you're so smart, you went to the university, you know everything. Well, you're pretty dumb if you don't believe in God. And let me just tell you, okay? So you're in the church and you don't believe in God, and you're going to go home and watch Big Bang Theory? Then you are going to be messed up in the head. You're not going to know what my dad would have said in the old days. Your ass from a hole in the ground. You're messed up. And what the modern day technology is thinking, what everyone, all the high intellectuals are looking at as we're on the verge of being wiped out by hydrogen bombs, and that will not be pleasant. But what everybody's looking at, did somebody deliberately do this? Did somebody beam out these horrific TV shows? You know, the Soviet Union turned their TV off back in the old days, in the communist days. We don't want it. To beam out these crazy, sick ideas about sex, these crazy, sick, stupid ideas about history, about politics, about economics, you name it. And every single thing coming from the TV to your head is wrong, and yet you sit in church not believing in God, and when you get out, you're going to go home and watch it. So God's not here. Nobody believes in him, so he's not here. But you know who is here? It's in the first Bible story in Genesis. Satan, the serpent, the devil. That's who's here. When you don't believe in God, guess who shows up and misguides Adam and Eve to do the wrong thing? That's what television is. It's misguiding you. And what we're doing in 2022 is we're trying to figure out, was it deliberately done by some secret elite that we can't even name?